Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh to all my viewers, and good evening to all, and Ramzan Kareem Mubarak to you all. This is the blessed month of Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all our amal and all our prayers and fastings and all. Today the topic is about the Asma al-Husna, which is the 99 names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what is the significance, and why do we emphasize to learn and to say about it? Now in the Holy Quran, Surah Araf, verse number 180, where it mentions that like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have a name which is called Al-Asma al-Husna, where it's encouraged to learn and to ask for it, to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is like to pray for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as to make dua for it using those names. Now Al-Asma al-Husna is basically what? It's from the hadith number 2736 of Sahih al-Bukhari, and even from Sahih al-Bukhari also it's another hadith which is hadith number 7392, and that same, and even those same hadith is also there in Sunan Tirmizi in two hadiths. One is in 3528 and 3529, one of the other. And these hadiths also are there in the other books of hadith also, which is in Sahih Muslim, Sunan Abi Dawud, Musnad Ahmad, Sunan Ibn Majah, as well as in Mishkat al-Masabih. Now this hadith has been narrated by Abu Hurairah radhiyallahu anhu. And what does this hadith say? That Rasulullah had mentioned in Mafhum hadith is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has 99 names, 100 minus 1, and whoever learns it will enter Jannah. Now learning, now in what do we mean by learning and all? So there are four opinions have been mentioned about from the scholars of Islam, from ulama. First opinion is about the learning by heart. That is the learning the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second one is learning by heart and learning the translation of it. What does it really mean? Now the third opinion, it talks about what is learning by heart, and learning the translation and understanding in depth what it means. I mean, what it's trying to say. Now, for example, one of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Now these two names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a root word which Rahim, which means merciful. Now that's going to deeper meaning, having mercy on something. And the fourth opinion, which is the most encouraged to do it, where everyone has encouraged to go for this opinion, which is to learn by heart, to understand the understand the translation, to understand the depth of the meaning of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to implement them in our lives. Now what does the implementing in our life really means? Now in the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the 99 names, there are some names which are only absolute meant only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For example, the name Allah. The Allah name itself is only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No other human being, no other Muslim can have that name. Because or Rabb can only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No other human beings or Muslim can have the name for Rabb, because the meaning of Rabb is to sustain someone, sustaining someone. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who can sustain, not anyone else. We can be through someone, but it is only from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are the means of it, but not the actual purpose. We can have a name Abdullah, but no Allah. There are some of the names which only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can have a name, not anyone else. There are other names where for the absolute we can't have those names. It's only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But we can have our own names as a part of it. So for example, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim name is only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We cannot have our own name as Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. But Rahman Rahim, we can have that name. because some part of Rahim also can have Rahman and Rahim can have in us. I mean, some part of mercifulness, Rahim, can have in us. And it is also encouraged, for example. Now there is a mafhum hadith Rasulullah has mentioned that if you are merciful towards the creatures or the living things on earth, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will have a mercy on you. So that part of Rahim, Rahman and Rahim should have on you, should have on ourselves actually, should be implemented. So that's what the fourth opinion talks about. Now, what are the virtues and why do we have been encouraged to learn those names? Now, what is the wisdom behind it? Now, there are three main points it talks about. One is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves to be called by those names. Allah loves those who call Allah by those names, by 99 names. It's just like it's like having someone title of doctor. If you call him doctor, then that person will be given more value, more respected. If a person who's the managing director of the company or the CEO of the company or executive director of the company, if you call that person with the title of CEO or managing director or an executive director, that person will be happy. Now someone who's a CEO, you cannot, if you call him the janitor, obviously that person won't be happy. So that whatever the person's title is given should be given that, because that it befits that title, and that makes that person's respected. I mean, that gives the respect to that person and gives the value to the person. So in the same way, calling Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala names by these 99 names will be loved more than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's one reason. Another one is recognizing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The best way of recognizing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is by 99 names, understanding the meaning of those names. That itself explains what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is actually. So that's one way of recognizing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the third reason is implementing those, understanding the meaning. One is basically those 99 names are sifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Some of the sifat is only specific for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and some of the sifat is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, absolute, and some part of that also sifat can come in human being also. That is for recognizing them, understanding the meaning of it. And not only that, along with that also, when you're making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as mentioned in the Surah Araf, chapter number 7 and verse number 180, you're making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala using those names, either for asking forgiveness or by praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or by thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or asking for your needs. So that is also a part of it for asking for dua. And when you ask someone by praising somebody else, for example, so that person will be more happy, and whatever you want to ask for, that your need will fulfill. So it's the same way, if you are asking for subhanahu wa ta'ala and by praising using those 99 names, so Allah ta'ala will be more happy, and whatever you need, you are asking for Allah ta'ala will be fulfilled, as mentioned in the hadith. And not all, and one more point also, learning those names, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, 99 names, that itself will give more weightage to your amal, where in the akhirah you will be given a chance, inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will be given an entry to Jannah. So that's the thing. Now the reference of this, the hadith, all the hadiths, and as well as the ahadith, as well as the explanation given are by books where I have given reference. One of the books is Inam al-Bahri, Sharh Sahih Bukhari by Sheikh Mufti Taqi Usmani Hafizullah, and the other three books by same scholar, by the other scholar who have written those three books. One is Tuhfatul Qari, Sharh Sahih Bukhari. Another one is Tuhfatul Ma'i, Sharh Sunan Tirmidhi, and the third one is Rahmatullahi Wasiya, Sharh Hujjatul al-Baligha. Those three books are by same author, and that author name is Sheikh Mufti Saeed Ahmad Palpuri Rahimullah. And to give an explanation about 99 names, inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I will there'll be a different video will be there, inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the future. I'll come up with that video. And if you want to go into depth for each and every name, the explanation of it, so I would recommend to watch the videos of a scholar called Sheikh Hassan Ali Hafizullah, who's from the UK, and his channel name is Safar Academy. If you go to his channel Safar Academy, in the playlist, there's one of the playlist mentioned 19 names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So there are around 20 or more than 20 videos of that names, or 28 videos. Sorry, there are around 28 videos of that series. He has spoken about Sheikh Hassan Ali, and he has explained very well about the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, of all the 99 names. So I would recommend to watch that videos. I have watched those videos. I have learned a lot, and I have benefited also from him also. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all of our amal, yours and mine. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive me for any the talks that I've done, if I made any mistakes over there, and all of you all remember me in your duas. If anything, any mistake that I've mentioned, you can give a comment below, and please subscribe, like and share to others, and remember me in duas, especially in this month of holy month of Ramadan. Now 15 days almost has been passed, and the other 15 days, or 14 days, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all our du'as, our amal, our fasting, everything, and make this Ramadan a blessing Ramadan for all, to you, me, and all of us. Take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.